Welcome to the Caddo Convos, the podcast that explores the vibrant community of businesses thriving in Caddo Office Reimagined. We're here to shine a light on the incredible entrepreneurs and professionals who make the most of our private offices, co-working spaces, and day office rentals in the Dallas-Fort Worth suburbs. Join us as we share their stories, celebrate their successes, and dive into the benefits of working in a space that's close to home but offers so much more than working from home. Let's get started with today's conversation. Today on the Caddo Convos, I'm joined in the studio by Ben Ward of RiverLife Church. Ben, how are you?
Doing great. You're
That's
doing great.
excellent.
Thanks for having me.
Glad to have you here. Let's talk about RiverLife Church and what is RiverLife Church?
RiverLife Church is a new church in Salina, Texas.
Wonderful.
And it's new to Salina, but it's been 20 years in the making. So there's a lot of story behind it, a lot of heart, a lot of calling, and a journey. But that's essentially, it is a new local church in Salina.
Excellent. So what is your role at RiverLife?
I'm the lead pastor.
Good deal. And tell me what called you to be involved with RiverLife Church?
Yeah, great question. Because in pursuits of ministry, there's always a calling.
Yeah.
And we follow God's leading with our lives. And it really all began in Shreveport, Louisiana, where I'm from.
Nice.
And I was a 23-year-old, very troubled young man, addicted to drugs, alcohol, actually living on the streets, in and out of jail. I was in big trouble.
Yeah.
Every area of my life was busted. I was in debt. And if something didn't change, I was going to die or spend a long time in prison. So I began to reach out and cry out for help. I hit that rock bottom. A neighbor had told my mom of a church that had a drug recovery program. So we reached out, made the phone call, and they brought me in and accepted me into this program. And they would take us to church. And I remember as a young man, 23 years old, failing at life. I feel like I had been trying to find something that was missing, a void in my life. I was putting all the wrong things in it that were only making it worse. So I walk into this local church in Shreveport, Louisiana, and it was one of those moments that I thought, this is what I've been looking for. And I didn't even know it at the time, but looking back, I was in the presence of God with the people of God in the context of the local church. And what I would discover is that was everything I needed to become the whole person, nothing missing, nothing broken, that God willed for me to be, so that I could begin to work towards a life that was flourishing and thriving, spiritually and relationally, mentally, emotionally, all of those things. And that's exactly what happened. That local community and the presence of God doing the supernatural work that we could never do. You know, humans, you can't change the human heart. And so you can change behavior, but I needed a whole lot more than that. Yeah. And so I literally just tucked myself in that community. God grafted me in, and it transformed my life from the inside out. And so in the context of that season, God began to call me to ministry. Yeah. He said, I'm going to lead you down a path where you are going to help people like these people have helped you.
That's wonderful. How did you get from Shreveport, Louisiana to Texas, and especially this part of Texas? We're in the Prosper.
Yes.
Right
so
where the studio is located. Yeah.
Somewhere around 2012, and the story I just told you happened in 2001.
Yeah. And
somewhere around 2012, in prayer, God really just started speaking to us, and even through our leadership there, our pastors, they knew we were called to pastor a church. And we started praying about, would that be there, or was God calling us to leave? And through lots of prayer and conversations, we came to the confirmation that we were supposed to move to the Dallas area. And then more prayer ended up getting us to McKinney. So in 2015, we moved to McKinney, left everything we'd ever known, full of hope in the call, and we started out planting the church back then, and we had a location and everything, building a team, and God began to speak to us to lay it down and to be at another local church here, Gateway Church, actually. And so we did that and spent, the majority of the 10 years that we've been here with Gateway. 6 of those years I was on staff. And then around 2023 started feeling some promptings that we would kind of resurrect RiverLife Church and get back into a season of planting. We knew that when God was asking us to lay it down, he wasn't saying kill it. Yeah. He just said to lay it down and to trust him that he had a plan. And part of that plan included us being in the family of Gateway Church. And so we began the conversations in 2024. As most people know, a lot of trouble hit Gateway Church in 2024, and it was a difficult season. Mm-hmm. So we even waited longer to pastor people and help people through that. And then we knew that it was time to launch out in 2025.
Well, one thing I'm seeing of you, Ben, and we just met before the podcast started, is somebody enjoys what they do when you're talking about it the entire time, even talking about your troubled days, Ben, you've been smiling the whole time. Yeah. And, so it's that you haven't broke a smile since we started talking. It's not just about the excitement of being on a podcast. I can tell that you're really inspired to be where you are. You mentioned, so RiverLife where did the name come from? Was that the original church? Tell me about that.
Yeah, so that was something even many, many years ago when we knew that at some point one day we would pastor a church. The name RiverLife and even the vision came out of a chapter in the Bible from the book of Ezekiel, chapter 47, where he gets this vision of this river flowing out of the sanctuary and down the street. And the context of the chapter in summary is that everything in and around the river flourishes and thrives. So to know what it's like to have a life of desolation, to have a life where it's dead and dark and dry, to then having that river life because of the presence of God. And rivers in Scripture represent the presence of God. And so it's essentially saying when you live your life in and around the presence of God, things go well. Even in the natural, if you research, cities in the United States, all the old cities, they built community around rivers. They're all built around rivers because everything in and around rivers flourishes and thrives. It's everything you need for life. And so it's just a type and shadow of what the presence of God does for us. So when you're talking about building a church community, you need to do it in the river. And so that's the context.
Let's talk about location. Where's the church located?
We are in Bothwell Elementary in Salina, and that is on the outer loop and the Dallas North Toll.
Excellent. Talk about service times.
10:30 every Sunday.
Great. So it's a convenient time for most people. And will there be Sunday school or?
Initially, in this early season, not right now because of timing. Sure. But we do look to add those things.
And so talk to me about the programs that are on the horizon for you, what you want to offer the community of Salina.
Oh man, so much in our heart.
Imagine.
So much in our heart. Yeah. We're starting with the essential thing, which would be weekend services. Yeah. We do groups. We already have groups that meet. We have meetings. Even here in this awesome building, we utilize this great building. And it's something that we know if we just stay focused on the main thing, those other things will come. But I've got probably 20 years worth of vision in my heart. I see a drug rehab. I see people like the 23-year-old Ben Ward coming in and finding that place where they can come and get free and get healed. And
I imagine the website is
the RiverLife.church.
The RiverLife.church. Okay. And any of your contact info will be in the show notes. So if you're listening here and want to reach out to Ben.
And it's Ben at the RiverLife.church is the email.
Perfect. Very good. We're at the Prosper Caddo Office Reimagined. Tell me about why you chose this location.
Yeah, I was transitioning from my other ministry role and where I had an office and I had all the things. I'm also, didn't mention this, but I'm also a licensed clinical Christian counselor. So I do a significant amount of counseling, marriage and family counseling, all of those type of things. So I and my wife homeschools our 3 boys. So there's no such thing as working from home for me. So I knew I needed a place to land and I needed a place where I could have some privacy. And I came into Caddo, had a friend. It was a referral. Had a friend who offices here. Came in, did the tour, and just loved the amenities, loved even the atmosphere, the way that they've set it up and decorated it. Everything's very nice, top notch, very professional, and it had everything that I needed. And now, having been here for months and months and utilizing it, it's been incredible. I'm here a lot doing counseling, but I'm also studying the Word and doing message preparation and have a quiet place to do that. But then we also have plenty of space where we can bring our team together. We just had a big meeting Monday night and had 50 people in the room, and it gives us space to get in the conference room and have a meeting and get our heads together and strategize, and then also to fellowship and visit and build community. So it's been perfect.
You can reach a lot of people in different places in their life. But what would you say to, let's say there's another 23-year-old out there, say living in Salina, how would you tell them to come and find the help that he needs?
Yeah, first of all, I would say know that there is hope. No matter how dark the darkness, no matter how much you've failed and how bad you've messed up, there is hope. There is hope. I was as bad as you can be on drugs and alcohol and still be alive. And it's just about getting in the right environment and around the right people. And that's why our vision is to be a place where people can build lives and families that flourish and thrive. We want to set up a location where people can come. When they don't know what else to do, all they got to do is show up. And I would say to anybody that hears this is in that situation, number one, I am a resource and anybody can reach out to me, but I am well connected in that world as well. I have a lot of referrals and resources that we could use to get someone help. Do it all the time.
Yeah. That's wonderful. And again, on the website, again, scroll down for the information because Ben's giving me all that information. You have opportunities for people, obviously a congregation, a growing congregation, but I imagine there's volunteer and future staff possibilities there. Tell me about those.
Yeah, absolutely. With doing weekend services, we have the 3 main areas, which is our Connect ministry, our kids ministry, and our worship ministry. And within those areas, there's teams and positions, and obviously mobilizing volunteers is a major part of doing church work in local church. And so we have plenty of opportunities like that. Staff opportunities are a little bit fewer and far between right now, but
Sure.
that'll come with the growth and just the time. So
Excellent. Well, Ben, it's been great having you here. Again, I have to tell everybody, you can't see this, but Ben's been smiling the whole time. I can see how inspired you are and how called you are to serve your community and God. And it's really great to have you here, Ben. And obviously to have you here in the Caddo office Reimagine, where there are a lot of people here who are just doing their best every day. It's a great community.
Buddy, it's great to meet you. And thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us today on the Caddo Convos podcast. A huge shout out to our incredible network of members for making our community vibrant and supportive. If you're looking to boost your productivity and reduce the isolation of working from home, consider joining us at Caddo Office Reimagine. Our spaces are designed to meet your evolving needs, support remote work, and foster a sense of community that's hard to find at home. Whether you're a startup aiming for growth, a freelancer seeking a professional setting, or a company looking to optimize resources, Caddo offers a perfect blend of flexibility and innovation. By joining us, you'll be a part of a dynamic business ecosystem that helps you thrive. For more information, visit caddooffices.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time on Caddo Convos.